evening, I'm Keisha Butts with a holiday edition of CTV News. It's been 5 years since we introduced you to Alice's Jazz and Cultural Society in D.C. And now, as Byron Scott reports, it's yet another jazz club in the region that's shutting down for good.
For the past 5 years, Alice's Jazz and Cultural Society was home to some of the best straight-ahead jazz in the region. Located at 2813 12th Street Northeast in the Brookland section of D.C., Ajax, as it was called, initially held court on Wednesdays, then later Wednesdays and Sundays. The ticket price for 3 hours of good music was just $5 and later $10. Still, it was a bargain. Ajax was a non-alcoholic, not-for-profit venue. Scores of musicians played there over the years. Kent Miller, Herman Burney, even yours truly sat in a few times. But as the Bible says, everything has a season. Manager DeAndre Howard has announced Ajax is closing down. But unlike the other jazz clubs in the city that closed due to the pandemic, Howard says he and the building's owner, Dr. Alice Jamison, made the decision due to non-COVID related health issues.
Because it was where it was and what they were doing and how they were doing it, when they were doing it, I hate to see it go. I really do.
What made Ajax special is that it was a listening venue. The audience actually listened to the music.
They listened intently. And if they knew the history, and most of them did, they knew the history. They knew they could comment, and if it hit them in the right spot, they would comment in a certain way.
Here are some clips from the past 5 years. As for the future,
it's our job to keep the legacy going. And so I'm trying to have dialogue with other musicians. Once we get on the other side, what's the platform? How do we, pick it up and keep it going?
I know that the DC jazz scene will recover and will thrive because we've got a good community here. So look forward to that.
Byron Scott, CTV News.
The holiday season is in full swing, but getting into the festive spirit isn't always easy for some people. CTV's Katara Jones is in the control room to explain why.
Traditionally, the holiday season is filled with family, joy, and laughter, but for so many people, this time of year can be anything but that. In fact, some can experience what experts call the holiday blues.
Some that have always pushed themselves really hard during the season, that they may not like they're getting the blues, but they're getting very, very stressed out.
According to the National Alliance on Mental Illness, the holiday blues are feelings of anxiety or depression that occur during the Christmas season. Dr. Mariana Falconer from the School of Public Health at the University of Maryland says some people cope by overeating or overdrinking.
Sometimes people also engage in those activities, not only for the holiday blues, but to cope with stress or with negative feelings and painful feelings.
For many people, this time of year can bring back painful memories of the past. That's why Falconer says it's important to support your friends or family members who are struggling, but remember to also respect their space.
People are they feel forced into going to events and meeting with people. They have to. And that's a burden for many people. There are some people that enjoy that, but for many, that's a burden. That's something that they would prefer not to do. Or they like to be connected with people in other ways, not through those big celebrations. So I think the pandemic now gives the opportunity for many not to connect. So it may be a relief for many people. I definitely think so.
Going for a walk or even exercising are healthy ways to cope with the holiday blues. Also, experts say giving back is a great way to deal with emotions of sadness, depression, and anxiety.
Go and help others, to be there for others. So volunteering, thinking about how to cook for others that are in need. It's very fulfilling. It's a great way of connecting with others, and it also helps put your own issues in perspective.
If you continue to deal with anxiety or depression after the holiday, you should speak with a professional. Reporting in the control room, Katera Jones, CTV News.
The clock is ticking to finish your Christmas shopping or post-holiday shopping. If you're still struggling to find that perfect gift, one tech company says it's here to help. Are you still looking for holiday presents? Google says it has several tools to help you, whether you're shopping at the mall or online. First, the company has a shopping gift guide.
What's great about it is that it's going to have different trending product lists based on the different people in your life. So whether you're looking for ideas for the techie or the kids or the chef that you know, these are really fun.
There's also a tool for anyone looking to save money. Google technology expert Molly Vandenberg says it will let you know if the gift's price is low, typical, or high at a certain store.
It also has a price tracking feature. So if you know that there's something on your list that you want to pick up, you can turn that on to be notified if the price drops. And then finally, my favorite is a big grid that gives you price comparisons from different websites across the internet. And it includes tax and shipping.
To stay safe while shopping online, Vandenberg suggests having a recovery phone number. She also says you should use different passwords for each shopping website and keep track of them in an online password manager.
There are a lot of different options out there, but if you have a Google account, there's one built right in, and that will suggest strong passwords for you that are unique from site to site. And it's a great tip to help you keep your information safe.
But if online shopping isn't for you and you'd rather shop locally, she suggests using the company's map feature.
You're going to see a bunch of different options and their business information, and that includes everything from their hours and whether they might have shifted from what you're used to. But it's also going to be great for showing you whether they're offering in-store shopping or whether they're doing curbside pickup or whether they have plexiglass at checkout or any number of protocols that they could be taking.
Are you still stumped about what to buy? Vandenberg says some of the trending gifts for kids are Barbie dream houses, Pokemon cards, and Hot Wheels. She also says a lot of people buy perfume for their parents this time of year. He's changing the world one galactic battle at a time. While his heroes are off fighting space villains in comic books, one young Bowie fifth grader fights his own earthly battle against bullies. Patricia Vallone has more.
I started making this little maybe 3-page comic book, and then after that it turned out to be turned into this by me coming home, showing it to my mom, and she said, "You want to publish this?" And I was like, "Sure."
10-year-old James Collier III has created his own line of comic books called Sunkmania Galaxy. The 2 editions come complete with villains and heroes and a twofold theme: space and bully prevention.
My anti-bullying pledge says, "I pledge to be bully-free and to report any bullying I see. We all are different, I do agree, but I pledge to treat everyone fairly. Loving myself, that is the key. Being myself is living courageously. I pledge and guarantee that future bullying ends with me."
So far, more than 20,000 people have signed Collier's bully-free pledge. His comics have even earned him a special Space Foundation certification.
He's taking that space connection. He built his own galaxy, he has his own space heroes, and he's using it in a way to inspire others and to really help students and other kids his own age that are struggling with bullying.
To get a free wristband.
The 5th grader also has his own line of merchandise.
Here's a little shirt for my puppy. His name is Prince, by the way, and it says, and also here's my shirt, which has 3 ways to stop a bully. You can walk away, ignore, or tell a teacher.
Patricia Vallone, CTV News.
If you'd like more information on the young CEO, go to his website at 3formeinc.com. As we close out our holiday edition of CTV News, our colleagues Gina Barty and Oni Chukwu bring us Christmas suggestions from the kitchen.
Well, we are going to keep it really simple in the kitchen this holiday season. I am getting ready to make one of my family favorites. It is the crab quiche. Now, you can actually put anything in your quiche. You can make it a vegetable quiche. You can make it a meat quiche. I'm going to do one of our favorites, which is the crab meat quiche. And it's a 5-egg quiche. All you need is 5 eggs. We're going to start with 5 eggs that I've already cracked, and you're just going to blend them together. Next, you're gonna add red peppers, onions, green peppers, mushrooms, broccolini, and your lump crab meat. Don't forget your cheeses, Parmesan, and a little sharp cheddar. Add 1/4 cup of milk, salt and pepper to taste, stir, and place in a ready-made pie. Have your oven preheated to 375 and let it bake for about 35 to 40 minutes until golden brown. So instead of spending so much time in the kitchen this holiday season, make a 15-minute quiche and enjoy time with your family.
So I know the quiche recipe is going to be amazing, and the next brunch you're going to be ready. So it's COVID. We got social distance quarantine, restaurants closing early. You need to be prepared and figure out what are you going to do in your own house to make it festive, fun for the holidays. So I got several different tablescapes for you. So whether you want a classy brunch, something that's kind of low-key, or something to do with your kids, we have something for you. First thing here is my Winter in the Woods tablescape. Love to find the simplest thing to find inspiration. And right now, it's all about the trees and it's all about the reindeer. Napkin, tree napkin holding as well. And isn't my reindeer just the cutest with a little fur to kind of stay warm this winter? But guess what? If you're saying, okay, classy brunch, not really my thing, I got kids, I got something for you. And this tablescape is all about the family. My inspiration here is, I call this a red truck Santa with kind of plaid to kind of mix into it. One thing that I like about layering this tablescape is that, guess what? It is child-proof. This is plastic and it's still festive and it still goes with the kind of holiday Christmassy kind of theme. The only thing that is glass is actually this nice mug, but you can also use something that's plastic as well for the kids while you're having your coffee in the morning or just having some hot chocolate throughout their day. So this is my red truck Santa themed tablescape. And my last tablescape, this is all about the kids. So this is a creative way for you to kind of get your kids into the holiday spirit, and guess what? They love doing stuff. So no matter if they're younger or older, nobody wants to not make a holiday cookie during the holiday season. And to go along with those cookies, why not some nice hot chocolate? We even have the hot chocolate spoons over here, all the toppings that they can kind of add and grab and put into their hot chocolate. So I hope you guys have fun making some great tablescape at home for the holidays.
Oni Chukwu, CTV News.
And that's your holiday edition of CTV News. I'm Keisha Butts, wishing you and yours the very best this Christmas season. Good night.